The Victims of Crime Act, or VOCA, is a main source of federal funding for agencies like the Tri-County Council on Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault. Unfortunately, they're seeing an almost 50% cut in funding.
Last year, we served about 457 different individuals.
Sarah is an outreach coordinator for Tri-County Council and works with people who have been victims of crime. Wednesday, she and others were in Madison talking to legislators about cuts in VOCA funding.
That funding is being slashed dramatically. We're looking at a minimum of a $250,000 deficit starting next year.
That is used to connect victims of crime with appropriate community resources like counseling and shelters.
We've been able to provide those services for free and for no cost to the client.
But without additional funding streams, decisions have to be made.
Those are the kinds of things we're going to have to look at cutting, or maybe our shelter, which is the only one in the rural Northwoods area that provides those kinds of services.
This isn't just a federal funding problem. Governor Evers had items in his proposed budget to make up for the deficit, but they were removed by the Joint Committee on Finance.
On a state level, the Wisconsin Department of Justice is going from, sponsoring or providing funding for 153 programs in the state down to 52.
But Tri-County isn't the only agency losing funding. Jenna Gormel works for End Domestic Violence Wisconsin.
70% cut to funding for domestic violence and sexual assault programs. And so we're here to ask legislators to support victim services.
Our ask is to consider either co-authoring or co-sponsoring standalone legislation to help ease some of these cuts that we're going to see, not just our agency, but like I said, many other agencies across the state.
Agencies are having to look for grants, fundraisers, and donations to supplement funds.
We're going to try to attack it as many different ways as we can, and we're open to suggestions.
Both Sarah and Jenna urge people to contact their local representatives to weigh in on the topic.